It's Monday, the 20th of September 2021, and I'm so excited to have you here again. Yes, I am so excited. I'm happy to be here again. My name is Tolulokbe Ibitola. Today I will be talking about pain, and my focus will be on emotional pain. As humans, we have these stages of life where we go through some pain, we go through some sorrow, we go through some things that we ourselves cannot even explain. And for some people, they look forward to coming out from that situation, from that phase. They want to be happy again. But for some, they want to remain in that situation because they cannot comprehend. They do not know why it's happening to them. They feel it's a dream. And so they don't want to wake up. But no, we have to wake up. We have to face reality. And we have to be happy again. Everyone deserves true happiness. And that is why I will be talking about ways to handle emotional pain. Like I said, I'm talking about pain, but my focus will be on emotional pain and how to handle emotional pain. What is pain? Pain is this feeling that we get that something is wrong. Something is wrong somewhere. So we don't know what exactly it is, but we are not just comfortable in ourselves. We know that there's something not right here. There's something going on there, and it could be a physical pain or emotional pain. So emotional pain is the hurting feeling that comes from non-physical points. You don't even know where it is coming from. You can't say this is where it is, this is where it's coming from, this is where I feel the ache, this is where I feel the punch. No, you can't say this is where it hurts. You cannot say all that, but you just know that you are down, you are in deep sorrow, you just are angry, you are anxious, you're so nervous. That is emotional pain, and sometimes it's a result of our own actions. So it comes from a place of regret, it comes from a place of shame, it comes from a place of grief. And in many cases, emotional pain, it's a result of external factor. It comes from external factor, from people around, from things around. So, and what are the symptoms of emotional pain? Emotional pain symptoms could be anger, sadness, anxiety, panic, loneliness, worthlessness, shame, regret, grief. And if this is not quickly taken care of, it can lead to physical pain. For example, someone who has been going through sleepless nights because of this anxiety, or because of sorrow, deep sorrow, grief, and the person has been going through sleepless nights. You can imagine what will happen to someone who has not slept for night. It could lead to dizziness, it could lead to headache, it has so many side effects of sleep. And there are many ways to come out of this situation, to handle this situation, which I will be talking about 7 of them today. Please remember that if you see that it's becoming too much of what you can take, kindly see a therapist or a counselor. It is very, very important. The number one thing we should do when going through emotional pain is to get involved in new hobbies. Like for some people is reading. It's you can start crafting, you can start molding, you can start dancing, you can start creating softwares for intellectual softwares. You can start singing, you can start cooking. If you love cooking, then you can start trying new recipes. Just try new things that are very positive new things. Yeah, take note of that. Not just going into anything, but things that would lift your mind. Don't let your mind be idle. Never let your mind be idle. They say how do they put this? This mind thing. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. Don't let your mind be idle. Get involved in positive doings, in positive deeds that can lift your spirit, that can lift your body. Another thing that we can do is number 2 is exercising. Try to get involved in moving your body. I know when going through pain, you don't just want to leave your bed. You just want to be there from morning till night. You don't want to see anybody. But that would not help. You have to come out of your bed. You just take a walk. There's a way movement helps to create energy. Even though you are weak, even though you feel so down, when you move around, you have this energy. So, and you can just do a short walk in your environment around you, and it helps a lot. The number 3 thing is that don't keep thinking about it. Stop ruminating about it. It will just continue to weigh you down. It won't help matters, because whatever has been done has been done. It cannot be undone. So it will not help matters. You begin to start you have this replay on your head over and over again. This is how it happens. This is how it happens. I'm speaking from experience. It will not help. Just try to, if you see that it's being too hurtful for you, just pen it down. Pen it down. Say your mind out at once, but don't start thinking about it over and over again. Another thing is, stop telling people about it. Yeah, there are people that really care who you can talk to, but a lot of people don't care. They just want to listen to the latest news and they feed on that. So you do not need to start telling everybody about your situation, about how bad you feel at that time. Just pen it down. And if you realize that one particular person cares, you can tell it to that person. But to start thinking about it over and over again would not help matter. You have to let go and move on. You have to let go and face the better things that are in stock for you. Do not let anything that's happened hold you back. And my 4th point is cry if you must cry. Cry if you must cry. Burst out. If you need to burst out, just do it. There's a way when you cry, it helps the body. It helps the body to digest all kind of heaviness. And according to science, I think there's an enzyme it releases into the body that helps all this all the things that you don't need, that helps to release chronic pain from your body. So cry if you must cry. And if you're finding it hard to cry, you can watch some related movies that in relation to what you are feeling at that particular time, and it helps you to let out the emotion. Please do. It is not a sign of weakness to cry, but it is a sign of just letting go. Let whatever it is that is holding you down, let it go. My 5th point is going to be embrace people. Talk to people. I said earlier, you talk to someone who cares about your issue, but this time just talk to people. Make sure you don't lock up. When people smile at you, smile. When there are people around, just try to engage people, create new connection, listen to people, try to laugh, try to go out if you need to go out, just a gathering, and enjoy the moment. But don't stay indoor. Don't lock yourself indoor from morning to night and cry and do all sorts. No, engage, embrace people, and don't lock up. Now, my number 6 point is going to be name the feeling that you have. It's always said that you cannot handle what you don't know. But if you know what you are feeling at that particular time, you will be able to name. You need to name it so that you can deal with it. If you're feeling fear, understand that this is fear. And how do I deal with fear? Then you deal with it. If it's pain, regret, oh, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling regret. I don't just, why did I do this thing? So you name it to tame it. If you cannot name that feeling, you cannot explain it, you cannot handle it, and no one will be able to help you. So try to name it so that you can tame it. Try to name it so that you can handle the situation and come out of it triumphantly. My number 7 point is going to be, what are you grateful for? List down all the things that you're grateful for despite the situation. Despite that moment, what you're going through at that moment, there are still some things that make you happy. There are still some things that you can just not let go. You can't afford to see them, you can't afford to lose them. So name these things, like you can your father, your mother, your kids, your spouses, your job, shelter, all the good things that you have in your life. Name them and be grateful for them. Be grateful for those things, and you see yourself smiling at the thought of those things. You see that smile come to you graciously. So I would also want to state that we should not resort to alcohol or drugs as a coping mechanism when we are going through situation like this, because it will not help matter, it will only complicate matters. For example, someone who is feeling shame, and because you don't want people to point at you, you just want to avoid the glances of people, you now go into alcohol and you get drunk. What happens when you get drunk? You do other silly things, and by doing that, you get more involved in this shame you're trying to avoid. So you now have two issues to deal with. So that is why it is not advisable and it is not encouraged to go into alcoholism or drugs to as a coping mechanism to handle issues. And like I said, please see a therapist or a counselor if you see that this situation, because sometimes you can't just handle it. There may be times when we cannot handle these things. Please see a therapist or a counselor. So as you go for this week, remember the words of Eric Greitens that says, "No one escapes pain, fear, and suffering. Yet from pain can come courage. From suffering can come strength if we have the virtue of resilience." If we are resilient, then we can face whatever pain that comes across us, that we come across in life. Till we meet again on this space. My name is Tolulokme Ibitola, and have a very beautiful week. Thank you.